right, on to the next. Here we are going live for the sixth grade game. This is the sixth grade South Georgia All Stars versus the Central Florida All Stars. This is Junior Baker reporting to you live from New Level Recruiting. Ref blows the ball in play. Trying to get a number on that running back. A little tough carry right there for number 2. He lost yardage on the play. Waiting on my guy Alex Benson from Born to Compete, 11 Alive News. He's down there fraternizing somewhere with one of the kids, trying to do an interview or something like that. He's just down there doing his job. But until then, I'll take care of you. South Georgia, shotgun. And number 8, got a false start, number 8 for South Georgia. Got to back him up 5 yards. Oh, man, tough run by number 25. I believe that's 25. 29 for South Georgia. Tough run. He gained about 15, 16 yards. It's third and manageable. Third and about 3 for a first down for South Georgia. Look at that run right there. Took the entire Central Florida defense to bring this guy down. There's a first down run. Let me get a number here. As soon as they pick up off the pile. I missed that number. Team South Georgia breaks the huddle. Shotgun. Bad snap. Quarterback makes the best of it with what he can. Gain of about a yard maybe. Depends on what a ref spots it. Got some fans going back and forth making some noise out here. This is the 6th grade championship for the Elite All-Star Classic put on by Chad Masco of AUG. Very good all-star tournament that he's put on down here in South Georgia, down here in Thomasville, Georgia, at Thomasville High School, home of the Bulldogs. Second and 9, we got trips to the right. 16 drops back to pass. Oh! Almost picked off by the Central Florida DB. That would be number 29. He stepped right in that throwing lane and almost made a play on it. Trips to the top of the screen again. Drops back to throw the ball. Scrambling. Met by a host of Central Florida defenders. Tackle for no gain on the play. Quarterback 16, number 16 gets up limping a little bit. Gonna bring up a 4th and 9 for South Georgia. South Georgia elects to punt the ball away to Central Florida. Central Florida will get the ball on a 21-yard line, 1st and 10 for the All-Stars of Central Florida. I got my buddy Alex Benson back in the building.
You know what, man? I am a little bit exhausted running up and down them stairs. Tell you that much.
Hey, I can definitely agree with you on that. Done it a few times a day myself.
You know, I know all the parents can relate to this. You ever get to walking and running up and down the stairs, and by the time you get to the top, you a little more tired than you really want to be?
Hey, man, I think anybody over 30 can relate to that right now. It hasn't worked out in a while.
Good gracious,
no,
man.
I haven't.
Only thing I need right now is an oxygen mask. Matchup between Central Florida and South Georgia. South Georgia looking to bring the pressure. And that is the way you run into the blitz there. As long as you can pick it up, you can go ahead and get some positive yards and stay with the run. That's exactly what Central Florida did. Good blocking up front. Going with the counter play. And that's a good job by number 1 riding the wave, getting some positive yards. It'll be a 1st down for Central Florida. Injury on the field. And going back to the last game, Junior, you know, what did you see? We can talk about number 21, I'm sure, all day long. But just out of the two teams, what do you see that you remember about that game?
Kind of quick injury out here. In the last game, I saw that the North Georgia defense tackled really well. When they did get their hands wrapped around the ball carrier for Central Florida, they did tackle very well, and they gang tackled. That means all 11 hats to the football. Everybody fly to the ball, put some meat on him, and let them know that, hey, we here. We ain't going nowhere.
And you know what I took away from Central Florida, and of course, again, we talk about number 21, but I was just so impressed how they came downhill to tackle. That's what I loved. I mean, they were full speed to the ball. And you know what? Look, maybe they didn't get the first tackle, because we had an offsides penalty right there against South Georgia. Maybe they didn't get the first tackle, but it was so much speed on that team coming down to that ball that it made it very difficult for North Georgia to run it within the tackles.
I can definitely agree with you on that. The Central Florida team was flying today at all positions.
All right, Central Florida in the I formation gives number 6. And number 32 comes down and lays a little bit of wood. Hey, well, that is a big old boy right there.
32 does have some size on him. He just came up, laid that wood on him.
You got a big kid like that coming from the second level, making contact. That's going to be tough for anybody to deal with. Central Florida in the gun. Hands off number 5. Number 5 still on his feet. Looks like he will pick up the first down. 1st and 10 for Central Florida. I formation for Central Florida with the wing. Wing comes around. Picks up a couple of yards, something different. Quarterback goes back to pass. Oh, that's a great job by the safety breaking it up. That's number 12 from South Georgia. Trying to keep his feet, not able to quite do it. At 4th down, it would be 4th down now for Central Florida. In the shotgun, 4th and long. Receiver motions out. And they get an offsides penalty on the defense. And that'll be a 1st down, Central Florida.
Yep, they only needed 4 yards. Defense gave them 5. Got to stay disciplined on downs like that, critical downs.
Tell you what, that was a good play design right there. As number 5 comes around and gives it number 1 underneath with that counter play. You can call it a reverse underneath, however you want to call it.
Either one.
Picks up some good yards. You know what? I was just looking at, there's this play that's making its way on social media. Mm-hmm. The kid goes up, dunks it. And when he dunks it, the person just cold cocks him in the back of the head.
Was he mad he got dunked on?
I don't know. You take a look.
Wow. Why did he hit him like that? He got dunked on. He hung around on the rim for a minute. Then he just takes a swing at him.
Man.
Terrible.
Man, what's the world coming to? So, all right, here we go. Central Florida gives number 1 coming around. And that is a great job. That is a great job by number 99. Gets into the backfield, makes the tackle. And I'll tell you what, even his angle was great. That's really the good thing about that. And that is the end of the first quarter. Score ties 0-0. Central Florida versus South Georgia. And in the chronicles of crazy things you hear in the stands, there is she's not crazy, but she's yelling in the stands, going off. Where is her umbrella? I think it's her umbrella. Was she yelling about her umbrella? Somebody please give her that umbrella.
Somebody better find it.
Boy, either you going to give her that umbrella or she going to turn this whole place upside down.
And ain't nobody leaving then.
She is going to be at the door checking books, checking purses, checking bags. I'm sorry, book bags, whatever it is. She checking it. Central Florida shotgun, hands off number 5. Picks up some good yards right there. Penalty on the play, offsides on the defense. Go with the toss. Ends up as a reverse. Number 32 trying to get outside. Gets outside the big D end. But it does not result in a yardage they want to have for Central Florida, as it is now 4th and long. Fourth down for Central Florida, trying to get a score. Shotgun, quarterback's in empty. Fakes the handoff, goes deep. Oh, good catch. Good catch. Good catch. Touchdown, Central Florida. And you see him do the B2C flex right there. Play all the way down there in Florida, don't it?
Uh-oh.
Say it looks good on the kid.
Hey, you well known everywhere, man. Everybody knows about the B2C.
They say Junior Baker got his own statue being built.
Oh, man. I don't know about that one yet. It's coming, though.
They say you got to speak it. All right, good play by that young man right there. I'll tell you what I like most about him is he bodied up the corner and went ahead and got big on the catch.
Yes, he did.
And it was all hands on that catch. All hands, batted around a little bit, but he was able to catch it. But that's just natural.
Great ball, great catch, all in all.
Yeah. Some plays are God-given, man. That's a God-given play right there. Number 32 to kick. And again, there is no rush right now. It's all-star game. See him go ahead and put that toe into it.
Clears it.
Clears it. 8-0 Central Florida. And again, the weather, you couldn't ask for anything better. Beginning of January, when everybody thought it was supposed to be cooler outside, including myself, and have the clothes that are appropriate for cool, people out here with tank tops on. They got the hand over their head trying to cover themselves from the sun. And I am one of those people.
Yeah, didn't Mother Nature fool us this morning? Woke up, it was cold enough for a sweater and a jacket.
It really was.
Now, I just want to be in a tank top right now.
Now I just want this air to work. South Georgia on offense in the gun. It's a fumble, but he does recover it. Second down, South Georgia.
The big dog, number 11 for Central Florida with the sack on the play. That'll back Team South Georgia up about 5 yards. Make it 3rd and 15.
You know, one of the great things I like about coming down here to Thomasville, Georgia, they are going to have some great barbecue.
Oh, man, let's talk about it.
Man, and the ribs we got up here don't make no sense. Like, seriously. I mean, like, I don't know where these came from. I don't know why these ribs exist on Earth, but they are great.
Tell us about them.
They are great.
That's all we can say there.
I told them to put a whole slab in my car.
Yep.
Just put it in the truck, man. Driving on home to Atlanta, I'm going to be all right. My son's going to ask something. Tell him I ain't got none. Just for me.
Just put it like that. If you hear a long pause, just know we're back here eating ribs.
Yeah. And the ball's up in the air. Number 8 is wide. Oh. Good effort on the ball. Timeout by Central Florida. See if South Georgia can get that play going again. I mean, the play was there. Obviously, the quarterback has a pretty strong arm. And he's able to get the ball there. They just got to time it up just a little bit better.
Man, if we had instant replay, I would love to show you that. Receiver broke clean off the DB. Just couldn't bring the ball in.
And that's a play right there you'll see him catch as he gets older.
Yeah.
You know, for kids, people don't understand. They want to see kids. You know, of course, Junior understands it, and I understand as well. Kids want to see people make plays like Odell and everything. Somebody touch your hands. Well, look, guys, Odell's a grown man.
Exactly.
Same as Julio. Same with Toe Tap Tony. Antonio Brown.
Toe Tap and Tony.
Toe Tap and Tony. About to get behind, traded right up on out of there, too.
He sure is, man. With them antics he's been pulling.
Oh, man, he tripping, man.
Big time.
He tripping. But, so you see guys making plays like that. People fail to forget that is years and years of hard work and experience doing something like that. So for that kid to have his hands in position, his eyes were there, his body was there, everything else will come. It'll come. You got something to work with right there.
Next year he will catch that. Watch.
Yes, he will. Guaranteed. All right, South Georgia coming back out on offense. Looks like they're going to punt. You see some guy back here stretching the leg out. Gets the punt off. That's a good kick.
Flip the field.
Yeah, great
That's
kick.
what it's about.
Great kick. Punter did his job. South Georgia's defense playing well, actually. Besides that play they gave up, there was a good play calling, too, by Central Florida. So we'll see if they can get something going. Central Florida back on offense. Offset I with the wing. Good play call. But I tell you what, number 55 playing some football, man. I like him. I like him a whole lot. He stays in position. Central Florida hands off in the shotgun. Number 5, again, good running. That's a good run. I'll tell you what I like he's riding that wave of his blocking. He knows how to ride it.
Oh, yeah. Get behind those big horses and, hey, let them lead you to the promised land.
That's called quick eyes, patient feet. Quick eyes, patient feet. That's what everybody loves about Le'Veon Bell. You know, he's the modern day perfect running back for what the schemes run right now and how they run them. Good eyes, patient feet, be quick and explosive when you have to be. Central Florida. Is that my guy number 55 again? '55 again with a tackle. Tell you what, this kid is having a great game. Offsides. I'll tell you what, if you're going to be offside, that's the way to be full speed with it at least. You know? That play was for him. That play was for him right there. He was going somewhere with it too. Central Florida. Back to pass. I think the ball must have got tipped or something. Is a penalty on South Georgia. Junior, at this age group right here, what do you like to see? Let's just say out of a quarterback. What do you like to see? Because you do the recruiting and all that kind of stuff.
Sixth grade. You right now, you really want to see. I'll get back to that question right after this play.
Central Florida going with an overload right. Give it to the fast guy, try to get outside. That's exactly what they do. But there is a flag on the field in the location, usually where you get the holding calls at.
Oh, yeah.
So go ahead and talk about what you're talking about.
As a sixth grade quarterback, you just want to see somebody that is a game manager, somebody that doesn't make a lot of mistakes. A quarterback, if he does drop back to pass, that will, at this age, read through at least two progressions. At least two, throw a nice ball, and somebody that's just a natural-born leader. You can always tell a true leader by just looking at the body, excuse me, the body language of the football team out there. And if he's a great leader, he'll gather up his troops, he'll get everybody on board, and they'll go out there and win it for him. That's what I like to see in a sixth grade quarterback, and of course somebody that is athletic also.
It's crazy because out of all the quarterbacks we've seen a lot of them. Junior's right. What you want to see is a command of offense. And no matter what grades you are in, you can always see that. Command of offense and just some kind of poise.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of poise no matter what. You want to see some poise where he can get the job done and people can follow him. Pitch number one. Number one got sweet feet, made something out of nothing out of that one.
Oh, yeah.
Central Florida, second and long. Hands off number 5. They had some success with that play. But ever since number 55 started getting a hold of that thing, that kid there is balling. Right now, he's the early game MVP. Besides that catch by that receiver from Central Florida, 55 from South Georgia is the early game MVP. Fourth down for Central Florida. Going with motion. Good job by the cornerback there. That'll be 1st and 10 for South Georgia. South Georgia got to see if they can get this offense going here. Haven't had much success. They've been getting initial play movement, but as far as getting upfield, haven't really seen much success from it. Hands off to the big back, number 2. That's good football right there. As number 4 met him. Could have easily gave up on that play, but he held on and got the kid down to the ground. Hands back off to the big back. And again, he gets some positive yards. See if it'll be a first down for him. Well, it is 3rd and short for Team South Georgia.
That run by the big back, number 2, was good enough for a South Georgia first down. Met a host of Central Florida defenders on that carry as well. First and 10, 53 seconds and counting down left in the first half. Got Central Florida up 8-0 over South Georgia. Quarterback drops back to pass. Hits number 24 right in the soft zone. That pass will be good enough for another first down for South Georgia, as they call a timeout. That play is blown dead. A flag on the play. See what the refs are discussing right about now. It looked like a... Oh, there they go. They're waving it off. Thought it was on the South Georgia team for a second, but the refs waved it off. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball resting at the 38-yard line. It's 42. Excuse me, 42-yard line. We're going in. Looks like it's a completed catch by number 24. One ref says complete, the other ref says incomplete. So it looks like they're going to wave it off. Yeah, that was an incomplete pass. Got to bring up second down and second and 10. Team drops back to pass in the shotgun. Rolls out. Almost. That was almost a great catch. That would have been one of those Odell Beckham one-handed grabs by number 8. He almost had it, though. .16 dropbacks to pass. Throws a nice deep ball. Corner, but no one is home. Incomplete pass. I've been saying quarterback number 18 all day for the South Georgia team. That is 16. I do apologize. That is number 16. If your parents are watching, number 16 with South Georgia, please don't get mad at me. Kind of hard looking down here in the booth with the sun right in your face. But it's all good. We're going to manage. 11 seconds left here in the second quarter. Team South Georgia driving deep. Fourth down. It's going to make it or break. It's the make it or break it down right here. .16 drops back to pass for South Georgia. Scans the field. He throws a beautiful ball, but it is picked off. Central Florida, number 5, steps in the throwing lane and intercepts the ball. Brings up.
And Junior, that was a good play by number 5, man. He's sitting there watching them play DB. You know, he was able to trace the ball. I mean, he was actually running to his right, changed positions, and made the catch basically with his left hand.
Yeah, he did.
You know, got the interception. And you know what? Offensively and defensively, he's had a really good game.
Really good game. He stepped up when he had to. Central Florida gets the ball and take a knee. It looks like we got a flag on the play. False start on Central Florida. Back them up 5. 4 seconds left on the clock. Don't see how that made sense. Now take us to halftime right there. The Central Florida All-Stars 8, your South Georgia All-Stars 0.
Back in the second half, Central Florida, tell you what, that number 1 toting that rock. Between number 1 and number 5, Junior, I don't know. Who do you go with, man? We had to give an MVP of the game right now. Who would it be for you?
Right now, both of them getting a chain from me. I'm not even going to pick which one. I like when both guys are doing.
Yeah, both of them are playing well. You got number 55 playing well on South Georgia's team.
Yep.
And, I think if we're taking any away from that first half, it's those 3 players that are really impacting the game. 55 impacting from the defensive line the best they can. You see them start to run away from them now.
Oh, yeah.
And then number 5 and number 1 affecting the game from Central Florida side. Quarterback go back to pass. And that is an interception. He got a little bit of room. Number 29 is in front of him. Can he get behind his block?
Oh.
And it is a touchdown for South Georgia.
That was a great return. Patience. Set up his blocks, took advantage of them, and he reached the end zone.
I'll tell you what. How about that block by the guy?
That was nice. That was a hustle block, too.
There you go.
Hustle block. He had to get in front of the play to make this block.
There you go. That's the way to give some great effort right there. Now the score 8-6. Central Florida still leads, but now South Georgia down by 2. Going to see if they can make the kick here. Players running on and off the field, trying to get this special teams play taken care of. Alignment's a little wrong, but, hey, there's no rush on it anyway. Most important thing, getting a snap down, which he had a little bit of issues with. But good kick. That ties the ball game up. 8-8. You got the parents excited. Some good action going on now. I think that's the main thing about these ball games, man. All-star games sometimes start slow, as the kids don't really know each other. They haven't really played with each other like that before. Obviously, it's a championship game in a tournament format. So at the end of the day, kids are still kids. They're still kind of nervous. But for them to come out here now, finally gelling just enough where they can start putting on a good show for everybody. And it's funny. I was asked the other day when I was down at the Under Armour All-American game, and they had some players down there, Owen Popo, Wanye Morris, Kenyatta Watson, different other players like that. And I was asked, what do you look for most in players? And for me, I just said, look for a will to practice, a way to compete, good hips and good feet.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
I saw what you did
Yes,
there.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was nice.
Good hips and good feet. Good hips and good feet take you a lot of places.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of places. Here's the thing about good hips, good feet. That's at every position, guys. That's at every position. Obviously, quarterback position is a different position. We all know that. We get that. But good hips and good feet, if anybody's looking to, and what I hate to see is people specializing their kids as far as, oh, he's just a quarterback. Oh, he's just a receiver. You have no idea what this kid's going to be.
You're right. Let him find his niche.
Let him find his niche. And continue just to train his feet. Train his feet, and everything else will take care of itself. Central Florida with the ball. Number 1 trying to move again, but is that number 55 again? I don't know how many tackles this kid has.
He's been in on everything. We might have to throw him into the MVP ballot race also.
I think we will. I mean, he got the Aaron Donaldson stuff going on down there. But he is coming out the game. I tell you what, I'd run straight at his spot. Straight at his spot.
Oh, yeah.
There's a stoppage in the play. We will be back. Central Florida in shotgun. Give number 5 balls on the ground. And that's their speed. That's speed right now. Uses speed, gets outside, picks up some positive yards. Makes it 4th down and manageable for Central Florida. Went up under center, shifted out of that. Wonder how they're going to block this. Still down in run block formation. Obviously meant they're going to run the ball. Tried to get something going. Couldn't get it going. Looks like it's going to be turnover on downs. Whether you have a legal formation, offsides. There's a couple of things could have called right then. False start, declined the penalty. And it'll be South Georgia ball, 1st and 10. Hands off to the big back. Tries to pick up some yards. Doesn't quite get what he wants to get. It's short gain. Right about 2nd and 9. Quarterback goes back to throw. Oh, that is a good throw. Junior, I'm telling you, man, I'm liking what I'm seeing out this quarterback right now.
Hey, he's definitely getting the job done.
I mean, and here's the good thing, too. I like the play calling by the coach. You know, it's safe stuff, right? You got the slants.
Right.
I think they called a curl earlier, I saw. Safe stuff. They can get the ball out. You can go to a quick game. The curl takes a little longer, you know. You can go to a 3-5 depending on what you said it is. You know, if you got them going to 10 to 12 on that curl route, even 15, everybody runs a curl route different. I understand that.
Yep. Just inch it down the field.
Yeah, but I like what this quarterback's doing. Look at that.
Look.
Just a little bit too high. But the target is there. You see what I'm saying?
There you go. He's getting it there. Just a little too high.
Yeah, and people, again, you want to know what Junior or I look at when we look at younger kids. You look for flashes. Nothing's going to be consistent at this age. It's just that's life. Okay, the kid is – 6th grade, so I mean 11, 12 years old, somewhere around there.
Right.
So all you ask for is flashes. Flashes, and is it in play? Like, okay, he goes back, throw the little hitch route right there. It was a right read, a little high. That comes with mechanics, though.
Yep.
But it was over in the right place. That ball comes down a little bit and hits him in the face mask.
Exactly.
So
and it's catchable then.
Exactly. Everything's exactly where you need to be. That's it.
We're seeing a little bit of flashes out of 16. Makings of a great quarterback right here.
Yeah, I think we got something. They got that safety Not in the middle of the field. And he's coming up. Oh, good job. Good job by number 28.
Yep, for Central Florida.
Gets in the backfield, makes the sack, causes the fumble. Central Florida now has the ball. I don't know if the lineman didn't see him coming or what.
Back turn to him.
Yep. Told you about this number 1. I like him. I like him. Way to put your foot in the ground, get upfield. Sun going down a little bit, but still shining directly in the announcer booth for some reason.
He ain't lying, y'all. He telling the truth.
Yeah. Tell you what, I like what these two coaches are doing. You know, you hope at all-star games that you get the kids get a chance to showcase their skills, right? That's what it's really about. We always talk about that.
Right.
So it's a good set what the coaches are calling. Great play calling. Good tough run. Looks like it'll be a first down. And that's exactly what the white hat says. Be 1st and 10 for Central Florida. First 10, Central Florida. Hands off to the wing. And what you're watching right now is called textbook running. And what we mean by that is make sure you secure the ball when you get it. Proper elbow placement.
Mm-hmm.
Put your foot in the ground and get upfield and get behind your pass, and it is what it is.
Yes,
I love it. Give it again inside.
Love that counter play.
Look at that. Look at that. That's the way to run that ball. That's the way to run that ball. He even run over the blocker.
Mm-hmm. Anything for those extra few yards.
South Georgia got to call timeout and figure out that counter play. I think what you got to do right now is go man responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You shift, but if you see him come across you, you know, your eyes are on that guy coming back. And that's what your backside is supposed to take care of. Your backside backer. And what you do is you step in that hole and just wait for him.
There you go.
Just wait for him.
Wait
He'll
for
come
that
right back to you.
collision.
Yeah. He'll come right back to you. So with that, you got to tell your linebackers, when you see him coming backside, just step up in that hole. Your flow has to be a little bit different because now it's almost like option football. Anything backside, just step up in that hole. Just sit there and wait for him. He'll come right back to you every single time. And you'll eliminate that counter because you can't run no more. First and 10. Central Florida driving. See if they go back to that counter. It's been so successful for them. Not this time. Number 5, running. Gets about 7 yards out of the play. You know, in all-star games as well, one of the best thing a parent can do, Junior Baker, I know you can speak more to this, is parents just network more. Network. You're going to be around players and parents that you've never seen that are going to be very talented. All these kids out here are probably not Power 5 kids, but there's some.
There's quite a few.
Hands the ball off, number 1, getting inside, taking what defense gives them. Looks like it's going to be a first down. But back to what I was saying, you network at these type of games, get to know people, because, again, people are going to be in the same position down the road. What do you think about that, Junior?
Totally agree, man. You know, sometimes I remember my mom told me this old saying when I was growing up. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. And, you know, knowing recruiters and college scouts and stuff like that, sometimes you might meet a few. You might not. But you get out here, you find somebody. We'll pick up after this.
Number 5 gets the ball. Looks like he's going to get outside. That's going to be another touchdown for Central Florida.
And number 5 is showing why he wants to be the MVP of this All-Star Elite Classic.
They saying bring out the chain, and it is now 14-8 Central Florida over South Georgia. Good ball game going on. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
Great ball game. But back to what you were saying, Junior, about the networking and getting to know people.
Yeah, you definitely got to get out here and network. Like I said, it ain't what you know, it's who you know. You might run across that one person that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that can make that call for you, and boom, you be at the right place at the right time. Well, that's how I look at it.
Yeah. You know, you look back at all-star games, and, you know, we bring them up right now because he's number 1 quarterback in the country, but Trevor, you know, we took that group around to different college visits, talking about Trevor at Clemson.
Right.
Make sure to see this kick right here. Good kick. Well, kick doesn't quite go where number 32 wants it. Score 14-8. Central Florida leads. We talk about Trevor Lawrence and Derek Allen, Justin Maskell, you know, Justin Ross, all those college trips and everything we did. Those kids formed relationships.
Right.
You know, look at Trevor Lawrence and Rico Fry. They ended up playing their senior year at Cartersville together.
Yep.
You know,
really well.
Yeah, it's relationships. It's relationships as you get older. You know, you'll be able to talk to each other more and kind of see how this thing goes because, you know, all these kids out here, if they continue to play football, if they continue to have success, somebody's going to want them. Don't know who. You know, it could be NAIA, JUCO. I don't know. You know, D1, D2, whatever, Power 5. Somebody's going to want them. And it's good if they're communicating with each other, taking their college trips together.
Yep.
You know, all those kind of different things to maximize their potential.
Right.
To being picked up by a college team.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, well, you say it all the time, all you need is one.
Yeah, that's it. All you need is one.
You can have a million offers, but all you need is one.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm going to piggyback off something you said. A good friend of mine, Kenyatta Watson, told me, all Power 5 schools, that is not the only way to the NFL. If you want to get there, Power 5, you got your Ivy League schools, you got your NAIA schools, your Division 1 AA's, Division 2's, Division 3's. It's a million roads to the NFL.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. Oh, it's gonna be a fight on there.
Yes, it is. South Georgia.
And they give it to Central Florida.
Central Florida.
South Georgia was not able to hold on to it. I knew where you were going with it.
There you go.
South Georgia was not able to hold on to it. Central Florida gets the ball, and they're gonna try to add on to their lead of 14-8. I mean, I can't see them doing nothing else right now. We're running number 5 on that inside zone, and then coming back with number 1 on that counter.
Because it is very successful.
You know, right here, they'll probably be looking for number 55 to get going again for South Georgia. But, I mean, they're running away from them. And the only time they're running towards them is that counter. They're letting them run upfield. One thing to look here, look at that alignment. They're tight. Told you.
Man, look at
Titan.
that.
That's what happens to you. Number one, getting up out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, he gonna get up in that end zone.
He's fighting for that end zone.
Thought he was gonna get up in there.
That was a tremendous run, though.
You know, right now we're gonna have a hard time figuring out who's the MVP. 1 or 5. I don't know.
1, 5, 55, 16.
16 has had a good game.
Yeah,
he threw an interception, but I mean, you know, stuff happens. He's had a good game. You can see clearly 16 probably has been the best quarterback I've seen today. So far. I like how they're doing this. I think they got number 5 touchdown earlier, so I'm thinking they're going to go with number 1 here to get him one. Figured. And that is exactly what happens as Central Florida gets into the end zone. Number 1 with another touchdown.
Yep.
They're doing a good old motorcycle dance right there. 20-8. Central Florida starting to pull away a little bit. See what happens here on the kick. Kick is good. Central Florida 22, South Georgia 8. Minute and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. See what happens when South Georgia gets the ball again. See, they're going to lean on number 16. See if he can get something going in the passing game. They were actually moving the ball really well. Then they had that fumble. It just kind of was what it was from there. You know, I think the main thing is this: when you're down 22-8, it's all about just getting first downs. People always say get a score and all that kind of stuff. Well, you can't always score on one play. Nobody really has too many, 65-yard plays in the playbook. Right? Ain't too many of those. Right. So the main thing is get first downs, let the first down lead to your touchdown, get stops. That's it.
All day.
That's it. You take it one play at a time. One series at a time. Get the first down. Right now, as Coach Tim McFarland would say, get 4 yards on first down. Figure out the rest from there. Number 16 goes back to pass. And that is number 1 again. Been calling his number all day long. Good job by number 1 on the play. Completes a short route to number 14. That'll be third, and they are behind the sticks. It is 3rd and 7 for Team South Georgia. Quarterback making some adjustments. See if they go with a wheel route down here. Oh, nice catch. Nice catch.
Very good catch. Number 16 with that perfect ball placement on that one.
And again, like we said earlier, like Junior stated, you want to see flashes. And again, you're talking about development of a quarterback. You're talking about, is this kid going to be good in the future? You'll see flashes. Now, you won't get the whole meal, as they say. It don't work like that. You know, the kid's still young, so there's certain things he just can't physically do yet. But you can see him placing the ball. You see the mind is right. You see the eyes are right. Goes back for the throw. Takes a hit. It's going to be tough for him to get that ball out with protection the way it is. But that offensive line has been blocking good all day, even though they're giving up a couple plays here and there. But you're talking about 1 or 2, 3 sacks or 3 pressures, you know, out of that many dropbacks. That's not bad. Pass interference.
He almost tackled the guy, didn't he? Man.
That was that different type of defense right there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess the kid didn't want
to.
He didn't want to get beat, so he just pushed him. Sometimes it is what it is. Looks like they'll have one on time down. Before we go into the fourth quarter. The way they're looking is separation you got on him. He's by himself over here, so you got to think slant or fade. They're going to the other side now. That safety is not in the middle of that field. He moves over now. And that play right there was made just simply by the safety's alignment. He went ahead and moved over. For those that can't really see it on the film, I don't know if you can see it or not. But he moved over. And he was able to get in the way of that initial read by the quarterback. And what that did is that brought his arms down. That brought the quarterback arms down. Once that brought the quarterback arms down, now he's escaping. Instead of 1, 2, 3, ball gone. So end of the third quarter. We go into the fourth quarter. Central Florida leading 22-8. Good ball game so far. Good action. Again, South Georgia down. And for them, what do you think for them to get back in the game, Junior? What do you see that has to happen?
Man, number 16, he really has to take over the game. He's really been the bright spot on the offense for South Georgia. If he can just, connect on a couple more of those passes and those receivers catch the ball, I see South Georgia trying to make a nice little comeback. Only if that happens, though. Because the running game has basically been non-existent for South Georgia.
I agree. Instead of them going 4 wide, they can go. I would like to see one by itself and the twins to the outside. You can call it trips if you want to.
Yeah.
But I would like to see them run more 3 receiver sets instead of the 4 wide.
Yep.
That way you can get just a little bit more protection for them.
There you go.
A little more protection for them. Block it up again. Like we said, it's an all-star game. This offensive line has never worked together before. So again, what you're going to see just is what it is.
Yeah. And Central Florida D has been swarming today, making it tough.
Or you can even go with a twin set. Just go to twin set.
Yeah.
And just work all on the side. You can work wheel. You can work slant out combo. You can work curl out combo. We'll see what they got going. But they got the receiver isolated here on the backside. That corner's walking up. Look like he's in man or 3. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Quarterback gets running, though. Picks up what he can.
Yeah.
Looks like he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It will be 3rd and long. Good snap. Goes to that slant.
There you go.
Misses the first window. Hits the second window, though.
There
Big
you
24
go.
still on his feet.
Breaking tackles.
And that is just what Junior Baker said earlier. Let number 16 take the ball game over for
Yeah,
you.
he is. The kid's talented. You can see it.
Yeah.
You see flashes all over this field right now.
Yeah.
Receivers got to hold on to the ball just like 24 just did. And, hey, let's win it off this guy's arm right here.
Yeah, and going to the quick game is kind of what they should have, to protect them.
Yeah.
Go to the quick game. Slants, quick outs, hitches. That's kind of what you got to go with right now.
Yeah.
Now let's see what they go to. Maybe a quarterback draw right here. Just go straight down right now. There you go. There you go.
There we go.
Figure what? Quarterback keep himself. Simplest play to call there, really.
Yep.
And that is a touchdown. Like we said, guys, look, ain't no 65 yards plays in the playbook.
Nope, not here. We nickel and diamond down the field, baby. Yes, sir.
First thing to get is some first downs. Hopefully turn in touchdowns. And now look at you. Got a ball game, 22-14. And this kicker here has been money all game long, so I'm sure he's going to knock this one down here as well.
Let's find out.
Yeah. And that is a make. Score is 22-16. And now they are a touchdown away. Well, one more score, tie the ball game up 22-22. And then this kid here has been money, so I'm pretty sure he'd knock it down. But here's the thing about that, though. Can South Georgia stop Central Florida? And that is a great question.
That is a very good question.
Yeah.
They haven't stopped them all game long.
No, not at all.
1-5 are having a field day right now.
Yeah, they are. Back with the inside zone, back with the counter.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen.
And it's working like a charm.
Yeah. I like the way Central Florida get in and out that huddle quick. I like it. Again, alignment is too tight. And they're going to run it again. They'll continue to get that play every single time. If you look down at those noses there, they are too tight. You got to get some space. I'm not sure if the defensive line coach can't see it or if the D coordinator is even looking at that. But with South Georgia and that alignment too tight, they're going to run that counter all game long. They're going to finish this game out that way. And Central Florida on their side, they should continue to do it. Look like they got better alignment this time. See what happens? So, for those that wonder how we know football so well, there you go.
You called it.
It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. Alignment, assignment, execution. Age-old football. And so, again, with the alignment being off, Central Florida is going to take advantage of that. Now with the alignment on point for South Georgia, then it's easy for them to stop them. And that's what they're going to go back to the power game. That's a big-time hit, though.
Yeah, it was.
That's a big time hit by number 13. Excuse me, that's number 12. Number 1 getting the ball. Gets outside. Breaks a couple of tackles. And he almost hit that sideline. It was almost bye-bye time.
And number 1 is pulling away from the pack. He wants the gold chain and the trophy at the end of this game.
Like he said, he wants the gold chain, the trophy, whatever else Coach Chad Maskell got in that little bag, he wanted. There's a penalty on the play. Looks like they'll be bringing that play back for Central Florida. Central Florida back up under center. Counter.
Hey, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
There you go.
Keep it going. Keep it moving. 5
you
yards
go.
in a cloud of dust.
Until that defensive line lines up right consistently, keep running it. With the power. Oh, good run. Good run by number 5. I like the way that backer came down, boy. I like the way number 32 came. .540 left in the game. Clock is running. 22-16. Central Florida. It's what we said. Can South Georgia stop Central Florida? That's really what it is. They got to be able to stop them on offense.
Mm-hmm.
Here they go.
It's been pretty tough for them all game.
A little bit of power game. That's 55 again. 55 again. I like them. I like them. I tried to tell him at halftime to hold out for a better contract. His family didn't want to listen to me, though. You know.
He just want to play football.
He just want to play football. Told him, son, we can have something much more nicer. At least an extra shirt.
Something.
Get us an extra AUG shirt or something.
They do look pretty nice, though, don't they?
They do. Those shirts do look nice.
Pretty sure Chad is listening. Hey, man, I need a extra large.
Yep, there you go, Chad. Large and extra large. Go ahead and bring it on up here.
There you go.
Just got the air working. That's one of the perks of the job. For those that don't know, when you do these type of games here, you sit in the broadcast booth, you have the sun that is shining down on your eyelids.
Directly.
Yeah. So at a certain point, you're really just guessing who you're seeing out there. Good thing is we've been in the business a long time. We know what we're doing.
Yep. That's why I kept getting that 18-16 mixed up.
But it's been a good game so far, man. Great action. 4:38 left in the ball game. 22-16. Central Florida leads over South Georgia. And look, I like what they're doing. You know, here we got 4th down coming up. Mm-hmm. You know, and if I'm Central Florida, I might go back to my counter.
Got to, man.
Why not?
Counter has worked all game long.
Why not? The only problem is, though, they give it away. You got number one. If he goes down to that wing, it's the counter.
It's a wrap. Yep. And it might
there he goes. He's going down. Is he? No, he's staying back a little bit. Might be power football then. Yep. Power football. Told you.
Yes, sir.
And that's what that look. That all that is I'm believing in my line. I'm believing in my back. Let's go. Let's go. They know what play is coming. Let's go. They only ran 2 plays the entire game. Those tackles and those guards deserve a lot of credit for what they're doing. Here comes counter. Here comes counter inside zone. There we go. 5 yards. Power football. Straight downhill. I'll tell you what, this has been a slow, methodical. I believe in my line more than I believe in your line football.
Hey. I said it a minute ago. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
This kid is averaging 5 yards a pop.
Hey, 2 of those get your first down.
Exactly. Do the math.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yep.
One, he gonna pop that. Oh, good job by number 24.
Tough tackle, mean tackle by number 24.
Got the little step going with it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I tell you what, this 24's had a good game though. 24.
Real good game.
Yeah.
24 and 55, South Georgia.
Yeah.
Balling.
Again, we'd like to welcome you to the AUG All-Star Game, 6th grade game, championship. Central Florida leads 22-16, a little bit over 2 minutes left in the ball game. And it is second down. Central Florida trying to close it out. And they finally called a fake. What a call. What a call.
And you see it.
And that is a touchdown, Central Florida. That's some good play calling.
Very good play. I was just about to say that.
Yep.
Very good play calling by this Central Florida coaching staff today.
That's the third play they ran. Because, you know, the first 2 were just inside zone and counter.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot the power, too. Power. So that was 3. So this is number 4. That was number 4.
I said it before. I'm going to say it again.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And they're putting on a true clinic right now.
Yeah. That's the way to coach them up right there. That's the way to coach them up. Again, people, it's not about, you know, everybody gets so consumed sometimes with the X's and O's and all kind of stuff like that. Sometimes it's just, look, space. Find space. Where are we going to find space at? Like the Patriots have been good for years, dinking and dunking.
Doing the same thing.
Running option routes by the slot.
Yep.
That's it. Folks, either he's running 2 ways, inside or outside. That is it.
That's it. He ain't going too much further than that.
That's it. He's making a living off of it. And if you walk up, he's going to run the seam. That's it. Years running the same play. Years, Big Gronk running the seam route. Years. Outside route is the comeback route. That's it. You saw they came back on the Falcons.
Hey.
Hogan. I don't even know what the guy's name is. That's all I remember, Hogan, because he kept catching the ball. So you learned his last name at least.
Yep. You calling out the whole route tree right now, ain't you?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to bless people, man.
Oh, yeah.
we just trying to educate people.
Give them some of that free game.
Yeah. I would tell them about the pimp route, but
man, we might see that pimp route in the 8th grade game.
We might see it. Yeah, we might see it.
Those guys throw the ball a little bit more. You might see it in one of these upcoming 2 games. 7th grade might have a chance of running it also.
Yes,
depends.
Well, I tell you what, it's getting a little bit later in the day. The air conditioner is working up top, and boy, it looked like me and Junior done came alive over here. For a while, it was a little bit above 90 degrees in this booth.
Starting to feel good now, but I still can't see much. I need about another 30 minutes with this sun, and it's going down.
Yep. We'll be all right then. But I tell you what, man, even though it looks like South Georgia is going to come up short, they had their chances. The ball moved pretty well. You know, they weren't able to complete the drive, but they played well, though. There was some good play calling by their coaches as well. You know, at the end of the day, you just saw Central Florida execute. And that's it. That's it. It's just tough to do in all-star games, man. That's all it is.
Hats off to South Georgia's quarterback, though, number 16. He definitely did his thing today.
Yes, sir. I like him. Goes back to pass. Money.
Right in that soft zone.
I like him.
Behind the DB, in front of the safety. Highly accurate, too.
Yes. Tell you what, if you're walking away from this game, there's one thing you're going to see. It's 2 prospects, a couple of prospects in this game. 55, 16, 24, South Georgia.
Yep.
Of course, you got 1 and 5, but I tell you what, I like this number 11 on the D-line. Played big, you know, was able to stay where he needed to stay. He's firing off, taking up a couple blockers. He's doing his job.
Gotta be able to feel that pressure.
Yeah.
Second mistake tonight. Gotta be able to feel that pressure. But that comes with growth and age.
Yes.
Kids are what? 13, 14 years old, 6th grade, maybe?
6th grade, 12, 11, 12, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Somewhere around.
It comes a maturation in the process.
Mm-hmm. You know, and again, the only reason we're judging this kid a little bit harder because we see the potential in him, obviously. And so you're looking for those next steps in him and what actually can he do. Obviously, he can do a lot more than the regular 6th grade kid around the country. People can say what they want to say, but this is some good football right here. Look at that. That's a money throw.
Money throw.
That's a money throw.
This kid is highly accurate tonight.
Yep.
He really is.
Yep. And number 12, he'll catch that ball as time goes on. Yeah. Yeah, just take time.
I am thoroughly impressed with South Georgia's quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Third and 15. 38 seconds left in the ball game. Goes back to pass. Good throw. Good throw. Gets the catch. Get out of bounds. They call a timeout. Looks like coach is going to try to get one more score on the scoreboard. Nothing wrong with that. Playing with a little bit of pride there. You know, as we come away from this game again, a couple things we'll take away. Some talented players from South Georgia and from Team Central Florida. Just great play calling. Great play calling. Knowing what they're doing with their kids. Knowing how to properly tell them to play the game. You know, and here you're sitting there, if you're watching them, the coaches out here coaching the boys up on how to play that defense in. And it's called grab the towel drill. So you put the towel on the ground, and when you get your grab in there, you get your swoop in there. It should help you get your shoulder down and come on up explosively. And that's what they're doing. You know, I always don't have a towel out there, but they're simulating it for the kids.
There you go.
So if you're looking at anything, watch this dip for both of them coming outside. Watch them dipping with the proper shoulder, beating them out. And there you go. Good throw. Finds 24. 24 is a big body in that second level.
Yeah, he is. Powering through kids. 24 is not going out without a fight.
Yeah, I like it.
Hey, I don't know about you, but I can see a lot better now.
Oh, man.
The sun has finally made its way down.
Yeah, they're going to turn these lights on in a minute.
Yeah, man. It's dark. Hey, I can see clearly. I can see all the numbers now.
Yeah. Well, that's what number that kid was. Oh. Tell. The air's still on. $16, back by himself. Good. Couldn't quite tell on that one. If it was the quarterback or the receiver, either way, it's an incomplete pass. That's all that matters. See, they take a shot in the end zone. 8 seconds left. They're going to have to at this point. Quarterback backs up the pass. Ball comes out. Good throw and catch. Good tackle.
Real good tackle by 29.
Unless they got another timeout, that will. Let's see what they're going to call. Looks like they're stopping the clock. Clock runs on snap.
Yep.
Clock runs on motion of the referee, and that'll be the ball game. It is 30-16. Central Florida wins. I'll tell you what, though, great ball game by both teams. Both teams executed well. And really what you just saw is Central Florida was able to execute in the red zone and score and put them in the end zone. And South Georgia just couldn't. But between the 20s, they were great, though. You know, great all-star game between both teams. Great job coaching by both staffs. You know, hopefully these guys go home, learn something from here, network, take it what they, what they can, and go from there.
There you go. We'll be back up in about 15 to 20 minutes for the 7th grade Elite All-Star Classic matchup.